Alright, I am pretty sick right now, but I saw this video and I felt the need to speak about it because I thought it was very interesting when I saw it, you know? Again, I'm very sick, so apologies if I sound pretty gay, but it's okay. We'll get through it. But I just wanted to watch this video. New Rippaverse project announcement. Oh, I wonder what it's gonna be. Maybe like a new comic, maybe like maybe some new merch, you know? I'm curious to see what this was gonna be, you know? Let's see.
What's up, everybody? Eric July here, and I've been building the Rippaverse for a few years now, and along the way I've learned a lot, sometimes the hard way. What works, what doesn't, and what nobody tells you about turning a creative passion into an actual business. So I wrote it down, how to build a creative business.
And then when I saw this, I was like, this is pretty interesting, you know? It's pretty interesting. But, you know, let's hear them out.
Rippaverse Way drops this upcoming Tuesday. This is our first text-based book here on the Rippaverse side, and I wrote it for anyone out there trying to build something real as an independent creator. Pre-orders go live very soon at Rippaverse.com.
As you can see, this is a pretty stupid idea. First of all, okay, whatever, you know, he's already made that that Nerdrotic book. That's not a comic book. You know, as a comic book company, I feel like you should really be focusing on comics, but whatever. I made a full video about that, whatever. But to have the audacity to make a written book about how to make a successful business, that is crazy coming from the Rippaverse. That is crazy. As we can see, they're not doing too hot, you know, they're not doing too hot as compared to their initial start. They're not doing too hot. I'm not saying they're failing by any means. They're not failing by any means. But you mean to tell me that you're making a book on how you can drop off like 75% of your customer base from issue 1 to issue 3? That is insane, coming from the guy who did this. That is pretty crazy. I don't know what the demographic is for this book. I don't know why, as a creative, you would be listening to the Rippaverse of all companies as to how to make a successful business. This is definitely not the company to listen to. I've said it multiple times. This is publicly available data from their website, from their Twitter posts, from everything. You're gonna take advice from this company? Yeah, right. It'll be a cold day in hell before any of this advice becomes useful to anyone. Okay, notice how we didn't say successful though. He said teaching how to run a business. He didn't say a successful business, so maybe he'll be in the clear with that loophole. But to any creatives out there, I know no one's gonna be watching the video. Please do not take any advice from the Rippaverse. I've read all their comics. If I had the chance to go back in time and not buy any Rippaverse book at all, I would take that chance because I have been thoroughly disappointed with every single Rippaverse book I've ever gotten. Not even to say that they're bad, it's just so disappointing. Like, the writing is just not there. And the reason why is because he has no editors. And that should be in the freaking book, you know. Rule number 1, hire good editors, hire good art editors, hire good editors in general. Like, this guy is trying to teach you how to run a business when he can't even do it himself. People have been telling him this. Mike Partika, me, a lot of other people, you know, I don't know why I said Mike Partika and me, you're kind of different levels, but the main problem with the Rippaverse is that they have very incompetent editors, both editors and art editors. Yet, there's been no improvement, and it's not even the editor's fault solely. It's not the sole role of the editor to fix a bad story written by a bad writer, though some may argue that this has happened before. So, the Rippaverse has just been having a lack of good editors, of good art editors, of good writers, of good artists, of good everything. The only good part about the Rippaverse is the character design from Kane White, for the most part. But yeah, other than that, the plots have been okay to terrible. The art has been pretty good to pretty bad, and overall, I think the Rippaverse has a lot to grow from, and hopefully, they can make at least one good book before the company goes bankrupt, because I honestly, within the next 5 years, I'll be very interested to see where the Rippaverse is in 5 years, because whatever they're doing right now is not working. It's not working, alright? It's not working. But yeah, if you love the video, make sure to give it a like. If you dislike the video, make sure to give it a big fat dislike, and I'll see you in the next one. You've been watching Lowhand, I've been Lowhand, and destroying our mental.